Okay, people, here we are, getting ready to start another time on Zwift. Heading over to Watopia this time. Got 2 more hours to wrap up the I Ride for Larry. I'm excited because we've made some great progress on the numbers. This time we're going to jump in with Coco Cadence. I think it's Barry Brevet or Brevet. Um, but there is a climb in there, and I just am a little hesitant to want to do that climb. So let's jump in with Coco. She's harder to pace with than Barry, but she's always on flats. So let's jump over there with her, and here we go. Loading Watopia. It's funny because Watopia is a fictional place, but here we are. It's actually set in an actual location somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. I think it's the Pacific Ocean. So on Strava, you'll notice that it shows up on a real life world map. And some of the riding that you're doing on Watopia is in the water. So it's funny to see how Zwift has used that. Sometimes you're on the water and they have built around you what appears to be land. But then sometimes they have you going under the water or over the water. And that makes it really interesting because it's not many places you get to ride through a transparent tube under the ocean. All right, we're going to have to pick it up a little bit. Coco's leaving me in the dust. So let's jump up there, get with Coco. Isn't that beautiful? Funds raised $3,775. When I first started this ride and was talking to Michael Moore, who was also doing a Ride for Larry. He's doing a Ride for Larry that is a gravel ride. And it's going to be a 130 some mile gravel ride. I think he's probably going to end up doing it over 2 days. But he's going to raise $8,000 for Larry. And I was like, oh, $8,000. And he wanted to do $10,000. And he was at, well, let me back up. He didn't know how much he wanted to do. So he was talking to me. I said, well, what do you think? I said, well, I don't think $10,000 is too big of an ask. So let's go after 10,000. So he was like, okay. And then I was like, oh, 10,000, ooh, let's see. Maybe that is a lot. So I backed up and I came back. I said, well, hey, look, why don't you raise $8,000 and I'll raise $2,000. But I'm going to raise my $2,000 over a shorter period of time. So I think it was just a little bit over a month I had to raise the $2,000. And Michael has until April 3rd to raise $8,000. So I was like, that's doable. Well, I'll help him out. I want to help Larry. So why don't I take some of the pressure off of Michael and do a separate fundraiser for Larry? And that's why it's called idoit4.org/Larry M. So Michael was like, okay. And I was like, okay, let's go. But I really was like, $2,000. I haven't done this in a while. Every time I have one of these, I'm pretty much going back to the same well. So, what are people going to think? Are they going to give? So I was somewhat hesitant what would happen. So then I was very thankful that shortly after Christmas, we hit the $2,000 mark. I was like, whoa, that's awesome. But now I have to do the ride. And the ride, what am I going to raise money for? There's Tim Granger, he's back. Like gum on my shoe. Come on, Granger, pull me up to Coco. I got dropped. Let's go get her. Get back in the blob. So I said, okay, well, nobody's going to watch me stream YouTube live. So I'm going to just set a goal of adding an extra $500. Hey, Tim, I know there's a delay. I'm just letting you know I'm going to put out a little bit of an effort here in a minute. Try to close that gap. Get back in the blob. So I don't have to work this hard. So I hope you get this message before I take off. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hop on. Tim, let's go. Let's catch up with Coco. Ooh, it's hard. Coming up on the tail. Come on, get in there. Get in the tail. Get in the blob. Got in the blob. Okay. Get in there safe. Don't let up. Get in there safe. All right. Now, ease out. Settle in. Cover. Whew. Well, that was a work. Oh, now I'm going off the horn. Let the blob catch me. Okay. Heart rate comes down. Settled in. At this point, I'm not so much worried about Coco as just staying in the group. That's the main thing. You don't want to get dropped. This allows me to sit here and get some rest while at the same time maintaining decent speed. Stand up and give my rear end a break. Seems like every time I don't pay attention, I get dropped. So, gotta be careful what I'm doing. Oh man! Ha! Okay, folks, we just hit $3,825. I can die on the bike happy now. Thank you so much for giving. Please continue to give. Those of you who maybe haven't yet, or if you have friends who know Michael, see, there I went again, who know Larry, please let them know. Also, if you know people who have relatives who perhaps went through the same thing that Larry is facing, one thing I found is those folks are very ready to be a help to other people going through a very similar trial. And it's not like you, hey, give me money. It's they really want to be a part of something. If there's anyone who understands what Larry's family is going through right now, it's family members of other people who have gone through the same thing. So someone may not know Larry, but they definitely know what Larry's going through and what Larry's family is going through. Those people enjoy, desire, and opportunity to help someone else who's going through a similar trial. So let them know what's happening with Larry and for Larry. They could be encouraged by it as well. And they could be encouraged by participating as a supporter. So here we go. Spinning along, trying to stay in this group. Though Coco Cadence is behind me. If I did get dropped, I would probably just drop back to another group, another blob. But if I can stay with this blob, I might as well do it. Now, I'm going to try and do something. It may end up being a mistake because I lose track of what's going on. But I'm going to try to update while we are writing the donation number. So hopefully I won't get dropped while I do this. I'm just so excited to give this update. I'm going to do it now. So $3,825. Phew, that is awesome. There we go. Updated I didn't get dropped, well, at least not too much. I think I did get dropped from that front group I was with. But it's fine. The other thing that makes me excited about this is that I'm excited for Michael's gravel ride. Michael's ride for Larry. Because, I mean, frankly, I think Michael has a stronger network. He also has a stronger connection with Larry's family. So I think if I'm able to do $3,800 when I was targeting $2,000, Michael is going to have zero problem hitting $8,000 and beyond. So it's just going to be awesome to present this to Larry and his family. Stoked, excited. I'm glad I'm not trying to stay with Coco, because that's frustrating. But staying in this group is good. So what do I mean by staying with Coco? If you look above, right, actually, the funds raised is covering part of it. There's a bar, and out to the left it says See Cadence. And you can barely notice it, but there's a little blue beginning to fill from the left to the right. Well, what happens is, if you stay within a certain distance of Coco Cadence, you get an accelerated drop point. So what is drop? Drop stands for drops of sweat, but you earn drops by riding. So the distance and time you spend on the bike get translated into drops. And you get more drops if you're climbing than if you are just on the ground, or if you're just on the flats. But you can jump in here with Coco Cadence and the other bots, and if you stay close to them, you can accelerate the drops you receive up to double. So for what would have been one drop, you get two. And so that times 1.0, once I'm trying to, or I'm not currently trying to do this, but if I was playing the game, I'd be trying to get that up to 2.0, which would double my drops. But like I said before, it's hard to stay within the distance. Tonight, it's hard for me not to get dropped. Typically, my problem is I end up going off the front. So I outdistance Coco. So I don't get, it resets. Once you are too far away from Coco, they set you back to zero, and you have to start over again. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not interested in playing that particular game. I'm just here so I can sit in on the blob, which gives me something to focus on, rather than just out riding by myself. My objective is to stay in the blob, which today is turning out to be harder than I thought it would be. But we will continue on. Hey Siri, turn on left crosswind. A little hot. Oh boy, I'm wearing down. Come on, Pete. Stand up. Oh. Mm. Mm. Oh. Okay, my talker has quit. Sorry. Feel free to sign off. Yeah. Doing it for Larry.
Hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You still using that same purple towel? We need a new towel. Use that one over there. Can you reach it?
Yes, Suzanne, you know. Probably people watching this video don't understand how hard it is for me to talk for this long.
Steve said, stay loose. Great work.
Thanks, Steve.
Need anything?
Your legs.
Mm. Do you want one of these Snicker bars? Snickers.
I just want to pedal.
You what?
I just want to pedal.
Just want to pedal?
Yeah,
Just focus.
yeah. Thank you. Hey Siri, turn off left crosswind. Thanks, Lauren. I am keeping up pretty much the wattage I stayed with, but I am wearing down. I'm going to wrap this one up in about 10 minutes. Then I'll be back for the final hour. We'll wrap this thing up. Ride for Larry. I gotta teach Sunday school tomorrow. I think I'll teach sitting down. Because I don't know if my legs are going to hold them up. I wonder if we'll hit 4,000. We still have an hour to go. Can I believe? Is it possible that in that final hour we will bring in $175? Gotta believe. Oh. Oh, am I getting dropped? Where's Coco? Is she up there in front of me? Yes. I gotta get back up there. Come on, Jonathan. 10 more minutes. You can do it. Get back up there. Don't get dropped. Don't see the lightsaber. Get up there before that happens. Get back in the blob. Don't let him get away. Come on. Here's the blob. Come on. Get up there. Get in there. Blob, blob, blob. There's the blob. I can't do that again. I'll stay with him. Eight more minutes. 8 more minutes with the blob. Final hour. Right now, I think the final hour is just going to be me spinning as easy as I can for an hour. I don't care if I only do 10 revolutions per minute at 5 watts. I'm just going to stay on the trainer for that final hour. Oh, let's wrap it up. Come on. There's Tim, still with me. Thank you, Tim. You are greatly appreciated. You're the unsung hero of the Ride for Mike. I did it again. The Ride for Larry. Maybe I should say the Ride for Larry. The ride in honor of Larry McKeithen, in honor of Michael McCaskill. Maybe that would help me not keep messing things up. Okay, the blob is just going to have to go away. I probably look exactly the same way I did when we started, but I don't feel that way. I am really starting to fade. My rear end hurts. My legs are shaking. and I just simply can't put up power right now. So, again, just riding for 12 hours. Not trying to win any speed race. So, let's just hang here for the next 5 minutes. Then I'll take a break, stretch my legs just a tiny bit, take a nature break. I've got to be allowed to go to the bathroom, right? So I'll do that, come back for the final hour. I'll be honest, right now I see there are 12 viewers. I think the most we had was 144. I'm amazed there are 12 viewers right now. 11 viewers, just lost one. So I'm amazed you're still here. Relax, you're right. I do have to use the bathroom though. So we are going to have to take a break here in about 4 minutes so I can take care of that. And maybe if I stretch myself a little bit, I can get back on, finish off this final hour on Zwift. Counting down the minutes. You know what I'm most excited about? Annette got me a 2-liter bottle of root beer. Now, you have to understand I'm a teetotaler. I have never had a beer in my life. I think I've tasted wine once and didn't like it. So I just don't drink. But I do love root beer. So I guess that's my beer of choice. And I love a root beer after a ride. So I'm definitely going to do that when I'm done with all of this. 2 more minutes to go. Then I'll be logging off. And then those of you who would like to come for the final hour of suffering, you can log in probably around 6:10. I definitely will be back up and going and riding at 6:10. Finish off the final hour of the ride to 7 o'clock. And again, I think I am meeting the spirit of the challenge if I take a nature break. Oh, there it is. Thank you, wife. Oh, it's cold too, isn't it?
Yep.
That's even better. So, I'm going to get me some of that when I'm done. Oh, my rear end is so sore. Wow. There's Tim. Thanks for hanging with me, Tim. But please, you can go away. Because I'm going to be sitting here at 120 watts. I love mixed nuts, and I thought I would want to eat some on the ride, but ooh, no, just didn't work for me. I think they were too dry and too salty, so that didn't work. Okay, am I? Hey, 1 more minute. Let's wrap this up. Oh. 6 o'clock. Okay. I'm stopping here. Going to take a nature break. Going to stretch a little bit. And I will be back. We will finish off this 12-hour ride. And maybe we'll do it together. Hopefully, in this next hour, we will see that 4,000, the magic 4,000 number. So come and join me again in about 10 minutes, 6:10 p.m. So